Welcome back to the Uluwatu CT, the last heat of the third round, and now about to play out with Joan Duru taking on Joel Parkinson. And have a look at this wave for the Frenchman. Draws off the bottom, straight up into the lip, hangs onto that float and gets up on the roof one more time, but can't stick this one. The veteran taking on Joan Duru, who's in his second year on the championship tour. Here he is on the replay.
Off the bottom, comes up into that corner. See how quickly that lip threw out at him? So it's an adjustment. You get the roll in, and then we talked about it. The ledge happens before you know it. And it's almost like you have to kind of foresee the action happening down the line and know that that section's coming at you. Position there, sorry, live action.
Joel Parkinson tucking in, finding some cover. Can't punch his way through this one, though, as the barrel clamps up. Just under 27 minutes to go.
Same thing we were just talking about.
Thanks for the translation. Here we go. Joan taking off again. So a 3 on his first wave. This guy's been surfing brilliantly in the lead up to this event kicking off. Loving being on the forehand.
All right, didn't happen, and that one kind of a little late up into it. But Joan right here, nice turn, down, throws a lot of spray, then bangs off the top. You can see the fins pushing out the back of the wave right there. There's a couple more nice turns.
Early numbers in, 3.5 for Joan Duru.
How about the style in there? That was some great surfing and putting it all together. I like it. Joan Duru.
With so much success and chasing a second CT win here in Bali. Missed that opportunity over there at Karamas. But he's just had an unbelievable amount of success over the years. 12 championship tour wins.
You know, anytime that it's going to click, going to turn on, and he's going to be making heats and, you know, be top 10, top 5 for sure.
We're talking about top 10, top 5, world title race. You world number 2 coming into this event. Italo's out, Julian's still in, and so is Gabrielle. It's a big day of surfing for you guys.
That round 3 clash and move on through to heat 4, round 4, and waiting to find out who's going to join Felipe and Mikey Wright in that exchange. But right now, Joan Duru looking good, getting himself shacked, can't stick the float.
Down low for to try and make through. Joan grabbing the wall, getting a little bonus off the end. Really hard to come down, though, in transition right there. So both of those scores aren't going to be huge, but it feels good anytime you find some tube time.
Joel Parkinson having a bit of a sloppy start to this one, but trying to make up for it here. Grabs the rail, parks it, and he'll find his way through this one. Really has become one of the best backhand tube riders on the championship tour. Evolving his surfing over many, many years and visiting places like Cloudbreak, Tahiti, Pipeline, and obviously getting to Bali. That was a nice little pit.
Got the roll in too. It was like getting towed in. And then there's that ledge. It just slapped out right in front of his opponent. So a quick little tube. These scores aren't going to go crazy because they were kind of smaller barrel, throwing out some progression and just railing it down in there. Look at that. Just beautiful surfing. Fun. Pushing hard, gets freed up in the lip to finish.
6-point ride for Joan Duru. Joel Parkinson now after a 5.01 has a good looking wall here. Nice big backhand jam from the 37-year-old to kick that one off. Up into the hook once again. Just flowing beautifully through this ride. Needs some major turns to go with it though. Just banks off the foam there on the inside.
I feel like the surfing is there, but the flow and the linkage of everything was a little off, right? He's doing some great turns. He's doing, you know, he's got on a great wave, but the connection between all the turns wasn't exactly what I think he was looking for.
Needed just a 5.01, might be enough. As Duru takes off on the outside, thinks about a barrel, and decides instead to go to the pocket. Jumps on out of there, that wave shutting down. 11 minutes to go, and some interesting numbers coming through for Parker.
And he's going to come away with a score that, well, I think he'll definitely better his scoreline, so it's going to be a plus for him and maybe gain momentum through it.
Joel, meanwhile, under priority, having a look at an insider. Is this thing going to bowl out? It sure will, and Joel's going to tuck right in. Can he get the exit? He does. He comes out with the spit. Little lip line float, sticks with it, goes into the roundhouse and hangs on to that move. So a great little wave to pick up on the inside, trying to better a 5. Such a nice little hollow pit.
See the wave doubling up on the reef as it pushed in back. He almost did a takeoff where he stalled just by turning in and going the other way and then redirecting into the bowl. The finish work throughout the wave was there. I like it. I right there with the best wave of the heat just because of how well he read the wave and surfed the wave. We were taking note of him getting credit for his surfing by the younger generation.
Joan Duru, though, looking for a big set wave here on the outside. This thing holding open. Duru driving through this one. Can he find the exit? He does well to hang on as the wave clamps. Where's the number going to go for this one?
It's going to be an interesting call because he does have to slow down going into it, but then he drives through that section. The dirty's up at the bit there, at the end there a bit, so he has to push through.
Only needs a 5.7. Parko on the inside, trying to better a 5.77. Flowing down the line. Tricky float right there. Does very well to hang on to that one. And Joan Duru on the outside, getting some serious cover on a decent sized wave. 4 minutes to go.
That falling lip, Joel, like we were talking about, down on the inside, separating himself, just finding some numbers. And that was a really hard section to negotiate off the end there over really shallow reef. So nice work.
Impressive stuff from Joan Duru. Up against it, found that big pit, got himself way back in there and got spat out for the lead. And he will take that last place in the 4th round. He'll be up against Felipe Toledo and Mikey Wright.